From Athens, Texas, nrvta studios, deep in the Texan RV park, featuring Todd Henson and Tony Flavia, it's the Beard and Bun Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Beard and Bun Show. Today we have a special show. We have two guests today, and our first guest is Rob Boyer, all the way from Camp Host 4, which is about 100 yards that way, actually from Elkhart, right?
Yep.
And he's from Alliance RV. So everybody, welcome Rob.
One thing we also got to mention, he is a full-time RVer.
Yes.
It's kind of unique in the OEM market, I think.
So full-time RVer, in what kind of position?
So I'm a service liaison. So basically what I do is work with the owners in the service department, try to build that owner empowerment so the owners feel more confident in working on the coaches.
There's a buzzword, empowerment.
Right.
Yes.
And community. You guys are building community. And
Yes.
you're one of them.
I am.
So that helps out quite a bit, huh?
Yeah, first owner employee of Alliance. So we got our coach, and then about a year later, I said, this is pretty awesome. I'd like to join the team.
So I heard you have number 99.
Yep, the 100th coach. 100th one, yeah.
Oh, is that how it works?
It starts off at 00, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I would have lost money on that one. So you got the 100th unit.
Yep.
Is it still working?
It is. It's in great shape. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know a guy.
You know a guy
Who also happens to be a tech.
That's right.
That's
So
right.
he's the, what is it, consumer liaison?
Like a service liaison. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But full-time RVer, and you're a tech.
I am.
So,
Yep.
and here's the thing. I mean, basically, you know, it doesn't matter how well these RVs are built, they're still going to have problems.
They are.
Right? And what we're seeing from Alliance is they're creating, you know, this force of, you know, individuals where the consumer can call if they have issues or anything else, because it doesn't matter how well they're built, they're going to have problems. And what you and I talked before, and what you were saying is that Alliance knows this, and what they're trying to do is help with that, you know, experience of when it goes down. So here they have someone who's not just reading off of a computer or anything else, like, you know, a lot of times when we call in, but we have someone who's trained, who's also living the RV lifestyle, not, you know, going back home. And Alliance, you know, specifically works with you, you know, to employ you to do this. And I think it's their way, because they know things are going to break. It's their way of showing their customers, hey, during this experience, when you're going to have problems, because you are, because RV just stands for Repair Vehicle Daily, you know. Yeah, that's how it is, right? But you can, you know, you have the knowledge to be able to walk them through and empower them by showing them, you know, how to, you know, fix some of the minor things themselves. At what point, you know, they may want to call in a tech or something like that. And you guys are actually still, I think, building a force for that as well.
We really are. So our customer service team is really good. It's diverse from a lot of our different vendors, people that have experience in the business. I joined from really not knowing much about RVs. This is my first experience, right? My background is in like aviation maintenance and all that kind of stuff from being in the Air Force. But I knew quickly that an RV system is not the same as a car necessarily, as an airplane. Those kind of things. So I wanted to learn, became certified, and it was kind of the goal to, as we get out there and go full time, not to have to pay a tech necessarily to come out there. I just wanted to understand it myself. But through that process, I approached Alliance. I said, hey, you know, I think there's a whole lot of RVers out there that want to do these things themselves or have the capability to do it themselves, right? And that's what I love here about the nrvta.
There's a sign somewhere.
It's a sign, right?
Right.
This place.
I don't know what you could be talking about.
I know.
The National RV Training.
Oh, but if you look at me, it's
I mean, the fundamentals class, the just, you know, empowering owners is really what, you know, it was all about. And
Well, you said something earlier today that I really liked, because I was a full-timer for 3 years, and you really hit the nail on the head when you said this. We would get so frustrated when a little piece of trim would break and our world was over. It's like, they won't call me back. These guys suck. I can't believe it. How am I going to camp like this? So there's a difference between when you're dealing with warranty. It's is it still camp ready? Is it road ready? you know, or is your slide out stuck, you know, and you can't bring it in, and you're going to start mowing trees over and little kids trying to drive down the road with your slides out. Two big fundamental differences.
Yes.
Right. So, and so your job is to.
Well, we really try to make them, you know, camping capable. So when you're flying airplane,
camping capable. I couldn't think of that.
Yeah, when you're flying airplanes, it's like mission capability. It's like, can I still do the mission with a minor defect or something like that? You have redundant systems, so
like one engine instead of two.
Yeah, if it's got four. But like the landing gear, right? It's like, can I manually override it? Do I know how to do that? Can I get the slide in or out? Don't let it ruin your whole camping experience.
Right.
Just roll with the punches. You know, some things like this are going to happen, but we're here, you know, available to there's such a wealth of knowledge out there, and what we try to at Alliance and really in the community is let people know, it's like, you know, just take a deep breath. You know, if you're going to be out here doing this, you're going to experience these bumps in the road, but it's how you approach it, you know, hopefully with a little laughter.
Some of it is perspective, right?
Really
Don't let the trim coming down, you know, destroy that vacation or that trip.
Easy fix.
Yes, you know, easy fix, and in the grand scheme of things, does that really spoil the whole thing? Yes, I mean, I understand there's a level of frustration, and we tend to take it out, you know, on maybe whatever fails. That's it. That's the last straw.
That's right.
Right. So I guess part of that, you talk them down off the cliff.
Yeah.
Or you go, looky here, your perspective is all wrong.
Well, you know, Todd, something that I've noticed with Alliance, and especially in their own Facebook group, is these guys, they are very patient with their customer. I've never seen a manufacturer expose themselves to as much ridicule as you know, and also praise as. Thank you, Todd. It's really hard to be serious around here. But if you go to their Facebook group, people are and listen, this isn't from them.
Y'all need to know how to Facebook better.
Facebook is not where you submit a warranty claim. You need to call the manufacturer, and that goes with anything, not just RVs. You know, I see it all the time. We have a bunch of Facebook groups, and, you know, this has gone bad. You know, I need it fixed now, and it's on the manufacturer's group. But honestly, the warranty department may not be monitoring that, but you guys actually do. But still, that's not the place to put a warranty call in. You need to call the manufacturer. But what's really neat about this group is it's very, you're exposed. It's very transparent.
Yeah, transparent's a good word. We don't, like I said, we don't delete comments. I mean, to get to that point,
we do.
It would have to be very against the administration rules or something like that. But we want to welcome the criticism as well as the praise, because that's how we get better.
Now, you guys actually have a book of 100 things that you've actually implemented into your designs.
Yes.
And it was based on people's different critiques.
Right. I mean, so when the team started out, Ryan and Cola Brady and the co-founders, and Bill Martin, who's our VP of customer service, basically they said, hey, we wanted to get input from real RVers, right? So when they created the Facebook group, they put out there, we would propose a floor plan and really let it get crowdsourced. You know, let people say, hey, I'd really like this. Can you please put this in there? And that's how we came up with really the 100 customer-driven innovations, or, you know, little features, you know, like a water shut-off at every location, you know, flush floors. They wanted all these things, and we tried to incorporate that in our design so people were more satisfied.
I walked through one of the RVs at FMCA, and I was really blown away, because it was kind of one of the original I mean, it hadn't been out very long.
Right.
And that big old oven, you could put a full-size turkey in.
Yeah.
I think it had some 12-volt refrigerators. Yep. The thing that blew me away the most was the electrical panel, how everything's labeled. All the wires are labeled.
Yes.
I mean, that's an eye on detail.
Yeah.
One thing as well, you stated that, you know, Alliance is purposely not putting in these communication systems, you know, that are out there. I won't necessarily say the name, but all control one thing.
Right.
You wanted to go with more of simplicity based on your.
That's the customers what they wanted, right? It's like, hey, you know, while it's convenient in some respects, it can cause issues in another. So,
I can open up my awning with my phone.
Right.
Right. But what happens when that goes down? How does the end user get behind that panel and switch the pins around to try and override.
Yeah, simple, switches here and there, but there's motion lights, there's accent lighting, there's a lot. It's all LED, Asdel sidewalls, kind of industry leading, running gear, all these kind of things. We try to build all these things into it so people can have a better camping experience.
Right, so you don't have to be an IT professional to know how to run everything.
Correct.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and take a look at one of these rigs.
Thanks. Well, we just we're really excited to be here to see that.
It's really cool that you guys actually reached out to us.
We are a big proponent of the learning, the owner empowerment, what our community, regardless of the brand, is getting when they come here, and because I think overall the camping community is one, regardless of what product you own. I think that's a thing, and what we're trying to do is really just the owner empowerment, make sure that our owners feel like they can count on us to help them, and each other to help each other.
Yeah, it's nice seeing a manufacturer going against the mold and trying to do things better. So really appreciate it. Thanks for coming out.
All right, we're trying. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Love the beard.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Hi, this is Todd Henson with the National RV Training Academy, and I wish all of you a happy and safe Christmas. So if you have a friend, someone who owns an RV, and you don't know what to get them, we have the perfect gift for you. Let me go ahead and introduce to you the National RV Training Academy's Home Study course. Now this is the same information that I actually provide to our technicians, just with a little bit of abbreviation. In this kit, you're going to learn about electricity, you're going to learn about propane, you're going to learn about all the major systems on your RV. Anything that costs you a lot of money or takes your RV off the road, we're going to teach you how to repair it yourself. So visit the nrvta.com, click on the Home Study course, and order your copy today.
All right, well, welcome back. Right now we have our good friends, Stacy and Phil Farley from You, Me, and the RV YouTube channel. And we're so excited to have you guys here because we've known you guys for so long, and it's been crazy watching your journey. It was, how many subscribers did you have? Was it like 7,000 or something?
No, yeah, we were under 8,000 when we met.
Yeah, and
I knew them at 100.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Way back.
Way back in the day.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
She had a different one at that time. She's going on. She was talking diet and all that stuff, and I was like, hey.
That's right, nursing one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Back in the day.
What'd you do with that channel?
It's gone now.
You got tired of
you can't do both.
dieting and nursing?
Yeah. Well, we all get tired of dieting.
I know. I started a diet channel. It was over in 15 days.
Yeah. 15 days?
Oh, yeah.
Man, you lasted a long time.
The content was kind of light.
Yeah.
Here we go.
But
there we go.
I couldn't convince people that you can lose weight eating Snickers. It's like.
Well, I'd give it a good try, but I'm sure it wouldn't work.
Right. Well, that's peanut M&Ms, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Which I had last night, and I was thinking of you.
Well,
not in like any weird way.
That's good. I hope you were sitting in your living room and watching regular sitcoms.
Shows.
Yeah, watching our channel.
I was thinking,
that would have been nice.
Phil would like this.
Yes, he would.
Okay, well, that was a weird intro. So,
Totally.
tell us what is going on in your world right now. What are some of the coolest things? I want to hear about the shirts and what you're doing with that. I want to hear about the building homes for veterans. Start from the top.
That's probably the cool. I got to say, that is always my favorite thing. The coolest things that we do is raise money, and I feel like I'm ignoring Todd over there.
It's okay.
It's okay. You can also look at the audience.
Hey, everybody.
Anybody who follows us know that our veterans are really important to us, and we work really hard to bring awareness to their needs. And one of our favorite charities is Homes for Our Troops, and we've worked really hard over the past year and a half to get the word out about them. They build specially adapted homes for our veterans, and really changes their life and the lives of their caregivers. So it makes a huge impact.
You guys have raised quite a bit of money for that. I mean, probably could almost build an entire house.
Well, not those homes because their specs are crazy, but we are up to almost $89,000 over a 3-year period for our veterans.
You guys have an amazing community.
Oh, they are the best. They really are.
And what I tell people all the time is, regardless of how well the channel's doing, we are more proud of the work that we've been able to do for the veterans and for Homes for Our Troops specifically. We do have a huge military following, and every one of our subscribers have a huge heart, and they want to give back. There's always that 3 degrees of separation, where people they're not in the military, they don't have anybody in their family in the military, but their grandfather did or their great uncle did, and that's the connection.
Their neighbor, they know somebody,
and they just they just feel the need that they want to support in any way they can, and it has been super awesome to be associated with Homes for Our Troops.
Yeah.
Now I love how you guys are getting creative too. So you just did a silent auction at the Balloon Fest.
Yes, and it was the first time we did an auction, and it was amazing. We had so many amazing sponsors to help us out, and then people at the Balloon Fiesta, RVers, whether they were actually camping there or camping elsewhere, came in, and it was awesome. So we raised almost $6,000 at that auction, and I think for our first time, it was a huge success.
And some of those items could have been just bought outright, from the manufacturer or the sponsor themselves for much cheaper. But people, they rallied behind the charity and the event, and they were more than willing to pay whatever it was to help the veterans.
And he says cheaper because people paid way more than they had to. Like they knew it was for a charity. They knew they were going to buy it anyway. So some people put the purchase price of the item and then added on more. So it was pretty amazing.
Yeah,
that's cool. So that leads me into your next venture, which is you guys are kind of sporting them now.
Our new T-shirts. And it is another way that we give back to our veterans. We actually have our own veteran T-shirt line, and $2 for those T-shirts go to Home for Our Troops. And our regular T-shirts we put out once a year, we give $1 per T-shirt to our veteran line.
You designed this,
right?
Well, no, this one's not
we
ours. We had help with this one.
Yeah.
Last year's design we designed ourselves.
Okay.
And
so you're calling in the big dogs now because you're getting serious.
I don't know about that. I just couldn't think of anything. I loved last year so much. I had a hard time letting that one go and thinking of something new. Yeah, we still wear it all the time.
I wash my car.
Fun fact is we had to put Stacy. We had to put Stacy on a box so that you could be able to see her shirt
that's
today.
why I'm on the box.
Yeah.
But why don't you step down and let's just see what happens here.
You'd only see nothing.
Sparklies.
Yeah.
Right, and I know the feeling because if I come down off my box, I'm also quite short.
Yeah, I'm not used to looking at Stacy eye to eye, but this is this is the first time the public is going to see.
That's right.
These.
Nobody's seen these yet.
We just got these samples in.
So you guys are first.
Exclusive.
That's right. That's right.
Exclusive.
Just so these are when we roll this.
Yeah. I don't know when these are going out.
Airing 3 weeks from tonight.
They actually go on sale this Saturday. What's that? The 13th.
Yeah. So this will not be the first time.
Yeah. So you guys may have already seen these, but we're really excited about them.
Phil over here goes, this is the first time you've seen these.
Yes, I know. I got to be careful.
Really? Let me be first.
His Italian hands.
Yeah. This is the first time that.
Stop it.
Okay, I'm looking this way.
Yeah.
I was talking his.
All right.
Because Phil was going.
So how do we get back to
you, me, and the girls?
All right. So they're going to be going live for sale. Oh, they're on sale now.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, I'm not that fast at editing.
You are that fast. You just have priorities, other things in the works.
So when are these available? Oh, where do we find? Okay.
Backtrack.
Yeah. So where do we find these? How do we buy these?
You can find these on our website at todayissomeday.net. We'll have a link for them on the homepage, and what the great thing about these shirts is they are just in time for Christmas. So they go on sale on the 13th, and then when the campaign ends, 2 weeks later, they will be shipped out to you, and you'll get them before Christmas.
All right, so when you say ship, they will be there by Christmas. So they're not sitting off the coast of California.
No. Any colors or sizes that they can't have in stock right now, those you won't be able to purchase. So it's just random weird colors and sizes that they don't have. So everything that is ordered, they already have.
So if you want a 5X Chartreuse, You may not get it by Christmas.
The hot pink, you know, might not be there. But
Well, normally, if I can't spell it, we will not have that color. So chartreuse
There you go.
is off.
So
the
blue.
I can't even say it.
list. Yeah, I can't.
All right, so
said it right.
there will be a link down in the description too to pick up a shirt, because we want to back this mission as much as possible too.
Absolutely.
What about donating to the organization as well? Is that also on
we
today
have
Sunday?
yes, and if you go over to our T-shirt page, it is on there. So if you don't want a T-shirt, and we are fine if you don't, the link to donate to Homes for Our Troops directly will also be on the same page.
Perfect. So in this segment of Who's Who, what we're going to do is we're going to rapidly say something, and then if it is more you point at yourself. If it's more your spouse, you point at her. If it's both of you, do a double finger.
Okay. A double finger.
All right.
Okay.
Who made the first move?
That was me, without a doubt.
The first 250.
Yeah.
Who paid on the first date? Not necessarily money.
I
probably
think we
me.
each paid our own.
Paid for
Probably
it.
me.
Wait, no.
That was probably me.
All right, remember, we did have to do this with our last people that were here.
Yeah.
We're using fingers.
Oh, okay.
You point.
Yeah.
Stop speaking.
Okay.
Supposed to be rapid
Okay.
fire.
Rapid fire.
Who proposed?
You're such a liar.
Okay.
3 times.
No, it was Stacy.
Who wears the pants in the relationship?
It's definitely Stacy.
Who's the best driver? All right. Who's more likely to talk their way out of a speeding ticket?
15,
Before you even
15
finished.
times.
Yes, I have.
Who's better when it comes to directions? Who's the best chef? Who's a pickle eater?
I didn't read all those.
Sorry.
What?
I read it wrong.
I even kept a straight face. I'm like,
A pickle eater? What the heck?
Who's the pickier? I'm sorry.
okay.
Pick
mispronounced.
eater.
Who's the
pick your eater? Wow.
That is unreal.
That's a good one. And y'all two are dying. Look, I didn't even break out.
I was like, I'm gonna go with it.
That
Who's
hurts
the
my cheeks.
pickier? Who's the pickier eater?
Oh, me.
You better listen to her. Who snores louder? All right. Who wakes up first? Who stays up later? Ooh,
Wow.
No sleep. All right. Who's a better shower singer?
I don't know.
Dang
I can't
straight.
answer that
She
one.
said it ain't him.
Yeah, no.
Not me either.
Who spends more time staring at their phone? I would have said who spends more time staring at the mirror.
Gotta get
I already knew that one.
I gotta get my hair right.
Who's more likely to start an argument? Was
a
this
lot.
this? He kind of looked like it was going to himself. Who's more likely to finish an argument? Who's clumsier? Who's chattier?
What?
What?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Who's more afraid?
Lie.
Who's funnier? Who's messier? Ah.
Shocker.
Who's more dramatic?
What?
Who's more stubborn?
Who's always right? You got that one.
Who's more athletic?
Hold on a second. It's this.
Who used to be more athletic?
This guy.
Right.
Who's more athletic now?
Oh.
Who's worked out the most the past year? Who cannot?
Who took over this segment?
Who's bossier?
Who's the director?
Big old bossy pants on.
Who's more of a thrill seeker? All right. And finally, who's more adventurous? Kind of the same question.
Well, there you have it.
Shocker.
Phil likes pickles.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about your channel. We know that you've been around for a couple of years. I mean, it's just growing, and we've seen as well that your audience. I mean, when you guys work together, man, they respond. But tell me, what was the original idea behind your channel? How you guys got out there, and do you see? Was there a big turning point where you're saying, "Wow, not only are we doing this, but now let's make something beneficial out of it"?
Yeah.
Do you want to take it?
Go ahead.
So we never dreamed that we would be where we are today, for sure. That was never really a goal. My goal was to hit 1,000 subscribers the first year. and we did that, but really it was just to document what we're doing, to show our parents, mainly our parents, that we're not totally crazy, because both of them thought that we were out of our minds, both our moms. And that was the main thing. And then, you know, to have fun with it. And we really didn't know. So
no, the one thing that really kind of, I guess, launched us, we actually did a video, a spoof on the lifestyle, on being a full-time RVer. And if, you know, and it just, we were making light of the lifestyle at ourselves, the way, you know, we were still learning how this whole thing went down.
It was some really bad acting too.
And
I tell you.
I remember that.
And
there was
Stacey
a shower scene.
almost didn't put the
That was
video
in a
out.
different one.
She said, "I'm not. This video's not going to do
I'm
well.
like,
I'm
it's
not gonna
so
do it."
stupid. I
We
just
put
can't
that
do
out,
it.
and it just took off. And that's when people, I mean, they didn't know we existed, started to find us.
All right, we gotta
And
write
then when
that
they
down.
did, they you know, then they started backtracking. Then they found our backstory. You know, realized we were veterans, and it just kind of took off. And it took off way quicker than we anticipated.
Yeah.
So learn from that. You can't fix stupid, but you sure can watch it.
Yes.
That's right.
And
a
let me tell
minute.
you, our best videos are when we're doing stupid things. Really, it is.
It is.
Matter of
People
fact-
like to see our train wrecks.
And your blooper stuff, when you put like the behind the scenes stuff or the
Yeah.
real life
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, check this out.
So remember when I told you that sometimes we have to shift our stuff whenever we are recording in the rig? We had planned to record outside, but face it, it's 100 degrees outside, and we just don't want to do it. So let me give you a quick tour.
That's what you call shifting our stuff? No, we're cleaning the whole freaking house is what we're doing.
Well,
Shifting anything.
we are shifting it because we have stuff that stays out that now we got to hide. So I'm going to have to put some of this stuff on the bed.
It says 109 outside. It's hot.
It's 86 in here. I'm dripping.
I got beads of sweat on me right now, so we got to stop screwing up and get back. Oh wait, camera's over here. We got to stop screwing up and get back to action.
I know. Hashtag YouTube problems. We should really be complaining, right?
Yeah, hashtag we suck.
Our 10-minute video only took 20 minutes. That's pretty good. And as you can see, Phil is putting the house back together.
Yeah.
Bringing out
the crap.
You can
Just
do a couple of like pull out us flipping our video or
Pull that crap.
Pull out my crack.
no pull out
happens to be
That's a different channel.
Yeah, we could just pull out my crack.
us flipping the
That might work
kayak.
on your channel.
Yeah,
but
well,
So what
it doesn't work
we
on mine either.
actually we have a video of just bloopers that we did early
But
on.
that was not even
was
as
early
funny.
on, and then
The
we
funniest one of our bloopers is actually the our 1,000 Trails video.
Okay.
And we actually got tickled while we were videoing that. And
By who?
the case of the giggles.
we just were laughing.
No.
By who? We could barely get through the video from laughing. So
That's awesome.
that's probably the one. And then, of course, our calamity where we flipped our kayak. And we weren't bloopering there. That was just Calamity
But
Bears.
the thing that you know the big feedback that we get from people is that we're authentic and that we're real. And you know our goal is to be the same on camera as we are in person. We don't
Although
want to
you're
ever.
not going to see everything. You're not going to see,
Right,
you
I
know,
was
our
going to
fights.
ask.
Not that we ever would fight, of course, but you're not going to see any of that.
No. But we are who we are, and you're going to see the good, the bad, and the ugly with the lifestyle. And we absolutely love the lifestyle and the people that we've met along the way. I mean, you guys know what it's like to be out on the road, and it's a phenomenal lifestyle. So we are who we are.
Now, you have grown in popularity, and you know, people don't like to hear the word, but there is like a YouTube celebrity status that happens when it comes to that level. Do you? I know. Stop it.
It's community.
It
It's a community.
is. Well, you guys do have a very loyal, amazing community
We
that
have
you
a
built.
wonderful
so
community.
One thing that I've noticed, because we work with a lot of other YouTubers, and what we found with you guys is when you say something to your community, they listen. Not everybody's got that, and I think that is testimony to you guys' character. People trust you, and I trust you guys.
And
I love you guys.
Well, we try to take that to heart, and we really think about that before we make a video. You know, we don't want to put out something that's incorrect.
Nope.
We don't want to make any mistakes like that. And if we do, well, when I say mistakes, we never want to put out bum information, whether it's a DIY or, you know, any kind of thing like that. And we appreciate their trust, so we're not going to push a product on them or anything like that to ruin that. So
Yeah, a lot of people, you know, they say, you know, how do you guys do it? You're celebrities. Well, we don't think we're celebrities. And we tell people, my response is, we're RVers just like everybody else, like you. And we just happen to have a camera in our face all the time. And, you know, it's not always fun, and campfires and s'mores, which I don't think we've ever eaten s'mores at a campfire. But
there are some campfires we've been to, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
But, you know, and we know that people, they hinge on every word that we say, so we have to be careful with that. We don't want to ever just throw out a product just because. We won't do that. So it's nice when we get the feedback like that. It's nice that people appreciate the time that goes into, I mean, this is, you guys know, this is
It takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that kind of feedback for sure.
And the quality has gotten a lot better. I mean, I got to hand it to you.
I would have said the quality was great all the way through.
With all those videos of ours that you watch, I just I love that.
The video,
For several years, that was true.
the video editing. You've got some really funny stuff. That one short that you did when parking the rig and everybody holds up the sign. You know, that's great. I mean, it's fun stuff.
We try to have fun. That's really the goal. We try to have fun, and we're kind of jokesters a lot of the times.
We are big jokesters.
And we try to leave that in because, you know, that's what we do. We try to joke around. We like to have fun.
Yeah, and it shows.
One of the things in the beginning is you said that, you know, our videos have always been good. No, they weren't. Thank you for lying and making us feel
we
good.
appreciate that.
Right. But camera magic.
In the beginning, I was so stiff in front of the camera, you know, that it wasn't me.
It was the muscle tone at the time.
It was a lot,
he had it back then.
I did. But my daughter, she told me one day, she was, I mean, our family, we're straight up with, you know, everyone. And she said, Dad, you sucked. That was just not you.
All right.
People aren't going to get to know you if that's how you're going to talk.
Right.
So she hit me right between the eyes, and it was true. And from that point on, you know, she said, you know, imagine you're talking to me. Imagine the camera's me. And from that point on, it kind of clicked with me, and it got a lot easier for Stacy, because she wasn't having to pull things out of me.
I didn't have to write him a word-for-word script after that.
Yep.
Director Stacy.
That's right.
And scene. So now it's that time that everybody loves. It's time for
Pizza.
Food.
dad jokes.
Dad jokes. That's right.
All right, were you throwing that to me?
I thought we were going to do
All
dad jokes together.
All right.
I was giving that cue to him in my eyeballs.
And there's your tech tip.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
All right. So the rules of the game is you have to read a dad joke. Now, neither one of them have seen the list, so it's all about reading ahead and delivery.
It's all in the delivery.
If you laugh, or you know, any of that, because we had an issue with Mark. We weren't sure what the actual line was.
I saw that. He was
right. So we weren't able to declare a real winner. So it's Air Force versus Navy.
Boom.
Yeah. All right. We're going to put the score up top. Now, you have to pick. Which one do you want?
Let's go. I'm going to go this one.
You going to go this one? You good with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's go. Right.
All right. Dad
First
jokes.
time we've seen these. You can choose them in any order you want.
Oh, okay. So we get a minute to peruse these, right? So we get to, okay.
Oh, okay.
You go. Ready?
Go.
Who's going to go first? Well, you picked first, so you get to go first.
There you go. All right.
Okay. Why is it a bad idea to eat a clock?
I don't know.
It's so time consuming.
That it is. That it is. All right.
Tony has to walk.
I have to walk
Let me
away.
see.
It won't be fair.
What's blue and not very heavy?
What?
Light blue.
Interesting.
Interesting. Thought I'd get him because he had a blue shirt on.
What do you call someone who refuses to fart in public?
My wife? No, I don't know.
A private tutor.
That's what I'm going to call Stacy from now on. A private tutor. All right, let's see. Why did the Invisible Man turn down the job offer?
Why did he?
He couldn't see himself doing it. We're getting close. We're getting close. We're getting close.
So my wife told me that she didn't understand cloning. I told her that makes two of us.
These guys. All right, let's see here. Oh, here we go. This might get him. I don't get why Marvel doesn't use the Hulk to advertise more.
Why is that?
He's basically one big banner. No, didn't get it. Dang, didn't get it. Bruce, get it. Okay.
It's delivery.
Yep, delivery. I gotta get one here.
Why didn't the astronaut come home to his wife? He needed the space.
Must live in a Class C. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? Oh, here we go. Where do dads store their dad jokes?
Where?
In a database.
I thought it was in a dad bod.
You know,
She doesn't count.
you should be able to get free air at gas stations now, but it's like $1. That's inflation for you.
That it is. That it is.
I didn't pick these.
All right. I asked the IT guy, how do you make a motherboard? He said, I'll tell her about my job.
Motherboard.
Motherboard?
Motherboard.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I messed that. I messed that one up.
How do you make a motherboard?
I messed that one up.
Ah,
Yeah. All right.
tell her about my job.
You know, I can always tell when my wife is lying just by looking at her. I can also tell when she's standing.
I already knew it as soon as he said it.
I think he
Sorry,
wrote the jokes.
I didn't mean to get you.
He wrote the jokes. All right. Let's see.
Number
This is
9.
why I don't play this.
How do you make a waterbed bouncier? You had spring water.
Hey, on a Friday night.
There you go.
And maybe some Crown
think-
and Coke.
I think we should keep score with these guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I went to a smoke shop and only discovered it's been replaced by an apparel store. Closed but no cigar.
Closed but no cigar.
Get it. This
Wow,
Stogie.
wow, wow.
That was
Okay.
good.
Let's see. Let me see here. I gotta find one here. Have you heard about the restaurant on the moon?
No, what is it?
Great food, no atmosphere. Dang. Tough.
This is tough.
We got two
I think
tough guys
we're just
here.
disciplined.
Yeah.
You picked 2 military
Yeah.
guys.
It should have
Like
been
we're
like
just-
Todd versus Stacy.
Yeah.
We'll
yeah.
do a round
You
2.
definitely would have. She would have lost for sure. Yeah.
Why should you never brush your teeth with your left hand?
I know why.
Well, depending on what country you're in, I don't know.
Because the toothbrush works better.
All right, that one almost tripped me up. That one almost tripped me up.
He's so sad. It's like, laugh.
Yeah.
Laugh, laugh, laugh.
I used to be addicted to soap,
Really?
but now I'm clean.
Nice. That's good.
I'm trying to deliver you.
Yeah,
I know.
More.
This is-
Okay.
What do you call it when James Bond takes a bubble bath?
A clean superhero. I don't know what
007.
Pablo said. Now
James Bond is a superhero?
That's good.
What, like Batman?
That's good.
I think we're about out.
Right.
All right, let's
There's
see.
James Bond.
Let's
What's your
see, what do I got
superpower?
here?
Driving
what do
cars.
I got here? Want to hear a joke about paper?
Yes.
Never mind, it's terrible.
Did it say tear page on the joke?
I don't know. He was trying.
I was trying.
That was trying.
I
This
was
is
trying
this is an epic battle.
This
It's
is
terrible.
it's 0-0.
to. No, we gotta get.
It's a
that.
draw.
Can't even get a dinger out of this.
I
thing.
know. You got one last good one. Let's see.
How about this? You know, I think my wife is putting glue on all my antique gun collection. She denies it, but I'm sticking to my guns.
Tony's got like -7. That was kind of good.
Well, there's an RV joke in there. Oh, no, take that back. Number 11.
On mine? Oh yeah, that's I was gonna do. This is an RV joke.
Okay.
What happens when frogs park illegally?
What happens?
They get towed.
Nothing? Wow. Is that it?
I think that's
we went
it.
through all of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this segment.
It's amazing, right?
So who?
Zero.
So once
Zero.
I don't know what to do.
Do you have one on the top
Just
of
how
your
we
head?
partnership.
Elton
right?
John
Just
bought
like,
his bunny a treadmill.
Oh, jeez.
It's a little fit bunny.
Ed John.
Nobody gets this.
See?
It's killing these guys.
It's a little fit bunny.
All right, here's one. Here's one. A pig walks into a bar with a set of jumper cables around his neck. The bartender says, "Don't you start nothing."
That's good.
I like the one Mark did.
That's good.
A dog walked into a bar. He only had 3 legs, and he said, "Who shot my paw?"
That was good. Didn't he like almost fall down hysterically laughing at his own joke?
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, he liked his. He had some zingers.
You know,
I used to have a bunch. I don't know any.
just like when we were in the military, this is a joint effort.
All right, well, you
team.
guys, both of you won, so 0-0. Congratulations. We are never having anybody from the military do dad jokes
We need
again.
to have them judge. Who almost cracked? Let's do it that way.
Well, look at the comments of that.
Well,
The comments.
All right,
In the
so who
comments.
won? Whoever wins gets 10,000 applauses.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
You ever wanted to start your own business but can never find the right fit? The RV industry needs thousands of inspectors and technicians just like you. Click the link below and get started today.
So we're gonna get really personal now,
Okay.
and we want to hear some of the roots.
The roots.
We heard that one of you knew you were on a break and the other didn't.
In our early days.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Now we know who
Now we
knew
know
and who
who.
didn't. So tell us what was going on. You both were in the military.
So we both were in the Navy, and we were stationed in Japan together. And then I transferred to San Diego, and Phil stayed on the Midway in Japan.
Yep.
And Phil lost his mind whenever I left.
And that's where the story ends.
And that's where the break started. So this was during the Gulf War. So my ship went out to the Gulf, and every country we showed up in, I would get a knock at our door. I was in a locked space, so I'd get a knock on my door. I'd go to my little square with my little cage and open it up, and his boss would be there. So his boss, it was the bosun, right? Mm-hmm. And the first time I was like, "Oh, hey, you're on my ship." And he was like, "Yes, and I have Phil, and he's going to meet you, and we're going to do this thing." And I was like, no.
He had my back from day one.
Oh, man. So, I don't even know how many countries this happened in. And then finally, the last country, we're a break this whole time.
Okay, so he's chasing you all over the country.
All over the world. So,
all the ladies in the audience right now.
See,
are
Got
like,
turned down in multiple countries.
Jebel
Same
Ali,
person.
I don't even know where all it was. Finally, the last country was Hong Kong. So, yes, we're still on a break. I get the knock at my door. I open it up. He's standing there, and he says, "Here's the deal. The Midway is anchored out. My wife's going to be here with the car at 7 a.m. We're going to pick you up, and we're going to take you out to the ship."
His boss.
Yes, my
Oh,
boss.
I was about to
boss.
say.
Okay, because
What did I say? What did I say?
because
Don't spike the lead.
it says
You
he.
said his boss,
Don't
or
spike the lead
his
here.
wife.
Oh, no.
Yeah, his wife.
Not his wife.
So
His
wow, it
boss's
gets-
wife.
the tail
Not married
gets
yet.
confused.
So I was like, "I can't because I'll be working at 7. I won't be off shift yet." And he's like, "Oh, no, she'll wait. She'll wait." So I went down to the berthing and got my relief up an hour early, had her relieve me so I could actually be gone before she got there at 7.
My boss's wife.
Yes.
Get there,
So I ran, I just hauled it. I ran out of there. So I had a great time in Hong Kong, but of course, back in the day, you had to send letters to your family. So I had written letters to my family, and I went back to the ship to get a stamp. Walking up the brow, and guess who I run into?
This guy.
The man.
Carry on.
The myth.
The guy.
The stalker.
Carry on.
Do I tell the real story?
Because I know where the story goes, so go ahead.
Do I tell the real story?
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah,
story?
yeah.
Oh my gosh. You people really want to know this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so of course we get into a big fight on the pier because we're still on a break and I'm done and he wasn't done. And anyway, we go our separate ways, right? So that evening I go out on a date with this very hot guy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wasn't me.
Was not Phil, but he was super hot. So we go out and after about
Hotter?
way hot. So after about an hour into this date, I'm losing my mind because he is dumb as a box of rocks.
Yeah,
He
you don't get
cannot.
it all. You can be hot.
Yes, he skipped that
Yeah.
line altogether. So after about an hour, I was like, "Dude, I can't do this anymore. I got to go." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I'm out." So I just left the date. I left, and I was going to go back to the ship and chill out, but instead of going back to the ship, I decided to go to Phil's hotel.
I just happened to be at the Marriott in Hong Kong, and I threw that little nugget to her while we were on the pier. And as we went our separate ways, I'm like, "Well, I'll be at the Marriott, whatever." And later
and
that
back
night,
then there was no confidentiality apparently, because they told me exactly what room he was in.
yeah, but she came
Because
back to
he
me.
told them, if a little blonde-haired girl comes up,
this
you
midget-
tell them what room I'm
I
in.
wish I would have thought that far ahead, but I didn't. So when she came to the hotel and found me,
Okay, we get in there.
she knocked on the door, and I'm in the room. I'm sharing the room with 3 or 4 other of my shipmates on the ship. And that one of the guys opens the door, and Stacy's standing there. And I kicked every last one of them out of the room. And
Get out.
They fought
He was yelling,
tooth and
"Get
nail.
out."
I was like, oh, y'all got to get out, because she came back. So that's when she came back. I
So,
knew
the
it was
rest
a done
is
deal.
history.
That was it.
So,
I didn't mind this story.
I didn't mind this
so
story.
according to
He knows how it
Who's
is.
Who, both y'all proposed, or neither y'all proposed, but
There were a
you
lot
have
of no's and yeses, and then we just went down to the justice of the peace. So we were in San Diego, and our parents were divorced, and they were in 4 separate states. Ours was a 5th state. So we decided to make things easy. We just went to the JP. So the JP was actually on H Street in Chula Vista.
Yep.
And we walked in. He had his house set up like a chapel. I mean, he did a good job. It was the front of his house. So we go in, and we're starting our vows. It was just 4 of us, me and Phil and another couple, our witnesses, and we're starting our vows. And his son comes home from school. And I guess his son wanted to hear some music, so he blasted his boombox playing.
I want to sex you up.
So that
TikTok, you don't stop.
That's
There
right.
you go. Color
So-
me bad.
we actually got married to that. So the song is playing in the background. I say my vows. He turns to Phil and says, "You can still
jet.
back out."
You can jet, but I didn't.
He's like, "You can still back out now if you want to."
And that really made Stacy upset. She got mad.
Oh, I was hot, and I did not tip him.
Yeah. She got mad.
Was he joking or was?
Do you
he
normally tip a
serious?
priest?
I don't know.
You do well.
Just a
He's
tip.
not a. He's a
Just-
JP, a
just
justice of the peace.
just
Yes,
a tip.
he's not just a priest. He is a justice of the peace.
Yeah.
So yes, you
Sounds
typically
like
do.
rapping.
Yeah.
Justice.
Yeah.
I'm a justice.
I
of
did
the
not
peace.
tip him because that was not called for.
So
No.
from that day forward, that was our wedding song.
That's awesome.
And then,
good
of course,
song.
we left there, and where did we go? We went to an awesome restaurant.
TGI Friday.
Hey,
We
That's
did
what-
spring for desserts.
Hey, I earned my best jeans.
Did you get the fried pickles?
I,
No,
maybe chips.
we probably couldn't afford appetizer back then. We were pretty poor.
that is so wild.
Yeah, that's it.
And, you know,
That's
and
how it happened.
apparently it took because Phil said he's not doing it again.
No, I'm good. One
I
and
want to
done.
know what he did to create the break.
We don't want to talk about that. We don't have time for
Oh,
all
no.
that.
Whoa, whoa,
Phil
whoa,
was
whoa.
very jealous. All of a sudden, he turned to jealous guy, and I was on a ship. Back in the day, there were hardly any women on ships.
Oh.
Well, there's hardly any ships at all women were on, but there was only a handful of us on the ship. So Phil got all jealous because I'm working with all these guys, and,
Well,
you know.
she had a big butt and a smile, and that's what attracted me to her. So I knew
Phil-
the other guys
He's
were going
gonna-
to be
he's gonna-
attracted to it.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Bless,
never trust a big
ble-
butt and a
bless your
smile.
heart.
exactly.
We know how guys think.
That
They-
girl is poison.
Right.
My
Guys-
other favorite song. Yes.
If you have a guy friend and he's not wanting to be more than that, no,
That
no.
is not
Bless
true.
your heart, sweetie.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
not true.
He is not into women.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Tony.
Not there is not
There's no
one.
such thing as he's just not into you.
Yeah. No, there is no men out there that are not.
All right, ladies, men, somebody help me out here. You can be friends.
You can.
You can
When
talk.
you
We're
get thrown in
friends.
the friend zone,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
We're totally friend zone. We're see.
Okay, you did throw that back at me and made it extremely awkward.
Thank
Right.
you. Guess who just won that one?
Oh.
See, Mel, I'm totally right. Just saying.
Oh, dang. Now she's name dropping.
I know.
saying.
You bring my wife into this.
She would agree with me.
Well, of course, yeah, because that would make me wrong.
Yes.
So, well, guys, it was really awesome having you here. We love you guys. We hope we get to watch you guys for many years to come. Now, what is your plans for the future?
Yeah, what's the immediate future
Oh.
that you want to
see,
reveal?
See, we are
Live on
wing it
this
kind
show.
of people,
Yeah.
so we don't always have immediate plans. So we're not really sure. We do know we're going to the Tampa show, so we will be there.
there in
So
January.
and we're going to be doing meetups at the show at a couple of booths. So make sure you head over to our website. It's not up yet, but it will be soon, and we'll have dates and times for all that.
We'll be
right.
by this time. by
Yeah,
when it airs.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe by the time they edit this
Well,
video.
Today is somebody.net.
Todayissomeday.net. Yes.
Yes.
So go check out their website. Go subscribe to their channel. I'm sure probably most of you already have, but make sure you subscribe, follow them. They're awesome people, and they give out amazing information and beautiful stories.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Especially that last one.
and we appreciate being here and being with you guys. We love coming back to the schoolhouse, the Texan RV. I know it, NRVTA. Yeah, we love coming back.
I just wanted to help out.
You were stuttering a little bit there, Phil.
I was trying to think of the campground.
He's been in class for 2 weeks, so his brain is a little mushy right now. It's on overload.
No, but I'm every time we come back here, we feel like we're part of the family, you know, and that's just how inviting the place is. I mean, there's a lot going on, a lot of moving parts here, and what you guys are doing, you're on the podium a lot. And we appreciate what you're doing for the community as well from that side.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
And that's a wrap.